Good day to all of you, and on behalf of the entire DAC community, we would like to thank the Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiations for this wonderful opportunity that has permitted all Southern Cameroonians, to sit down on a common platform, voice out their respective opinions, and start discussing and charting a better way forward for our people. The massacres throughout the entire Southern Cameroons, especially the most recent one recorded in Kumba, as devastating as may be, should remind us of the fact that not only is there a genocide taking place in the Southern Cameroons, but also that we as a people are all targeted, and we must stand up together as a people and come up with a blueprint for a way forward. Our restoration quest is in our hands, and only the people of Southern Cameroons can choose their destiny, and I hope we do so wisely. The results of the survey that were read yesterday, carried out thanks to the CDN, sent a lot of smiles across the Southern Cameroonian social network and has restored hope in our people that regardless of some of the hiccups our revolution may be facing, the Southern Cameroonian quest for independence remains a steadfast and strong one. However, as many were jubilating across the globe, as many were celebrating and having this aspect of joy on their faces, one aspect of the results got my attention, and for a moment the smile on my face went upside down. Despite the ongoing genocide taking place on our land, our brothers and sisters back at home took the survey by the horns and voiced their opinions, risking being caught, jailed, tortured, locked up by the current government of La République du Cameroon. While it appears that our brothers and sisters in the diaspora who have freedom of speech and are not caught up in a war zone took the back seat with regards to the survey, which clearly shows that a majority of participants came from Cameroon. I called a close colleague friend of mine and expressed this concern, and she reminded me, actually, after a few words, that resolutions are fought by 20% of the people for 80% of the people. Again, revolutions are fought by 20% of the people for 80% of the people. I can see her smiling right now as I'm talking to you guys. When you think about this fact for a second, you quickly realize that the theory also applies to our restoration quest, although it may be a sad one. Our struggle started about 4 years ago when the president of La République du Cameroon, President Paul Biya, upon a return trip from Europe, actually declared war on not Kumba, not Bamenda, heck, not even the capital, Buea. He declared war on the entire Southern Cameroons. Yes, the entire Southern Cameroons, and sent his military through the entire country. So this means that in the eyes of the Cameroon military currently on our soil, there is no distinction whatsoever between anyone or any group, and we are all targets or sitting ducks. The only way that we as a people can respond, therefore, is to stand up as a people and defend ourselves. Now, to those who say the killings must stop, and yes, they must. However, asking somebody who is defending his family from an intruder to drop the tool that he is using to defend his people while the aggressor or robber is pointing a military tank at his door and about to shoot. Correction, is shooting with tanks and helicopter gunships. How do you expect us all to drop weapons? Who is dropping what weapon? Who has those weapons? Who has the superior weapons? It's the military of La République du Cameroon. So we all have to get together and collectively come up with a blueprint to resolve the crisis from our end. It is in this same spirit that we at DAC took a long look at the current state of the struggle and quickly realized that lack of transparency and accountability were the root causes of the struggle taking a turn. And so we quickly got to work, using our skills and using our resources to come up with a solution for this by building a transparent platform which allows donors to be able to support the struggle with whatever services, skill sets, and financial support that they may have. It also allows for NGOs and civil societies and humanitarian groups to put up campaigns or projects that they are currently working on and requesting funding from the community. So if you go to the website www.daccommunity.org, you can actually clearly see the different campaigns that DAC, which is a community by the way, has helped to sponsor. And these campaigns are clearly laid out on the website. It tells you how much funds were the targeted funds, how much funds were raised, and at what date. Now, if you register and become a DAC member, not only do you have access to this information, but you also have access to your entire back end as to how much you gave, what you gave to support what campaign, and you also have access to the receipts and to the proof that these campaigns were indeed executed or carried out. So as a registered member, you actually can go into the website and you get feedback from the people that were able to execute this campaign. Now, we've also gone a step further, apart from just working on the DAC website as well. For most of you that may know this, well, we just celebrated the October 1st celebrations. And when we did that, we had to get together with all the different groups across the board, all the different societies and organizations to be able to plan October 1st, because October 1st did not belong to a particular group. October 1st belonged to the Southern Cameroonians, the day that we restored our independence. So, piggybacking off of that, we actually went ahead to form a collaborative group that we're trying to build and make bigger and better. So we have now pulled in from the resources of all the different NGOs, of all the different civil society groups and humanitarian groups as well. And we have a working template that we're using right now to be able to build a system that will allow us to share our resources, allow us to share information so we don't duplicate stuff that's going on, especially within the refugee camps, and also for us to be able to have a pool that people can come into, and at any time you can see who or what group is working on what project, the status of that particular project, and when it gets completed, the proof that the project was completed. We're trying to hopefully expand and make this something that Southern Cameroonians can begin to believe in. For we at DAC, I can only say that our strengths are in the finances and management, which comes to our website and what we can do to provide the tools to Southern Cameroonians that they can use to have transparency and accountability. We call on all the other groups to also bring in their expertise, what it is that they specialize in, into that particular fora as well. So it is in that light of collaboration that I believe, or that we at DAC believe, that we shall be able to take this revolution to the next step. Before I conclude, I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to our brothers and sisters back at home for some of the failures within the struggle that are directly affiliated with the diaspora. It is obviously clear that by now, the diaspora does or should play a vital role in the struggle by supporting those at home while bringing the struggle to the attention of the international stage. We in the diaspora also need to be reminded that the only reason that the struggle lives on is thanks to our brothers and sisters at home, and especially those in the prisons and our refugees all over the world, who continue to show their resolute, as was clearly displayed on October 1st, 2020, and even as lately as last Friday, when we all came together to mourn for our children that were killed in Kumba. To those in the prisons, to those in the dungeons, to those of you who are refugees, we sincerely say sorry and we thank you. We thank you, and it is our hope for those of us in the diaspora that we shall definitely turn around to make things better for this struggle. Before I take my leave, here is an official letter to the CDN from the chairman of DAC, and I'm going to try and read that to you right here. It reads, Dear Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiations, CDN, we, the Diaspora and Bosnian Community, DAC, sincerely thank the Coalition for Dialogue and Negotiation for this brilliant presentation and the accompanying survey. The level of scholarship and the professionalism displayed throughout the presentation was beyond measure. Again, we thank you for giving us such greater level of confidence and assurance. Knowing we have such great minds only helps to strengthen our determination and our resolve. We at DAC salute you And we extend a hand of collaboration as we look forward to working with you in the near future. Again, thank you. Kind regards, Dr. E, Chairman for DAC. And on that note, my brothers and sisters, thank you all from DAC, and we look forward to collaborating with any and everyone who would like to turn a page in this struggle and take it up a notch to the next level.